Welcome to Week 16 in our New Orleans Saints online user franchise. We're taking on the Arizona Cardinals, who are 8-6, currently in the 7th seed position, with the Buccaneers in our division right on their tail. The Lions somewhat close as well, but obviously this is a game where the Cardinals win, they're in a really good spot. They lose, the door kind of opens up. Of course, we did have some games that we didn't play, a little bit ago. One of them being a win against the Panthers, and then one being a loss against the Texans. But we're still sitting really pretty at 12-2. Winning this game almost guarantees us the number 1 seed, and if we win 2 games, it physically guarantees us the number 1 seed. Milton's still up in the top list for MVP, and we really haven't even played that many games, to be honest. Weekly player awards, these are how they went over the last few weeks, as we're going to take a quick look at our team, in case you are new to the series. I'll be honest with you, the series might be coming to an end. We'll definitely have the playoffs and all that, but after that, not sure if we're going to be continuing this, just being honest with you. A couple of upgrades or abilities have changed. Shahid's new number 2 is Outside Apprentice, which unfortunately it doesn't really work out well for him because he is a slot guy, but we re-rolled him for that slot only, and that's what we ended up with. Reed, did we know his abilities? Did we know about this? Return man, I mean, you don't really get many options as a lower overall superstar, but not really many options in general besides, return man. So maybe we put him at return man. We'll see. Defensively, changed some players up here too. We re-rolled one of Lattimore's abilities, which didn't really work out super well for us. We got persistent instead of the... What the hell did we have before? On the ball. We re-rolled on the ball. We got persistent. Didn't want to lose deep out KO. Could have maybe rolled them all and went for, maybe get lucky. My luck usually with re-rolls is pretty bad though. And then for the final player that we kind of took care of and take a look at, was Chase Young. Unfortunately, we kind of made him worse. We have Under Pressure, which is actually decent, but then Stonewall and Pass Committed. It's not the best stuff. We were looking for Edge Threat, and we literally got 22 and 24 on the reroll, and we needed 23 for Edge Threat. Super, super unlucky, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles, especially when you're us. I don't remember the last time we've ever had a good reroll situation, but that's pretty much going to be it for that, as we're now going to take a quick look at the Cardinals team, see what their potential injuries are like, see what their actual team looks like, and head right into that game, which once again, Kyler Murray's injured. That is like the worst name to have injured, assuming he's their starter, which I feel like you probably don't get hurt if you're the backup, right? You don't really come into the game, so we'll see. Maybe he isn't starting him. He's got Darnold. I would assume that, Murray was the starter, though. Sam Darnold's the QB right now. Benson, not a bad looking number 2. Super speedy. Juke move, spin move's really good already. Although I got to say, it's not really surprising since Kendre Miller's really good, and he really hasn't done much for us, statistically, milestone-wise. Marvin Harrison Jr. looks great. Garrett Wilson as the number 2, and then Deontay Johnson at 3. Really good wide receivers. Trey McBride's a solid tight end. Left tackle's very good. Left guard's okay. Center's okay. Right guard's pretty good, even though he's more of a tackle. And then Will Hernandez is the tackle, who's pretty good. Drake Jackson, he's decent. Good finesse guy. Darius Robinson, I'm not sure what this is. Is this a 3-4? 4-3? I'm not sure, but Harrison Phillips kind of fits as that 3-4 nose tackle. Bosa as the left out, I would imagine means this is a 3-4. Papo, super speedy at middle linebacker, and then Mac Wilson at number 2. Ojulari is the outside linebacker for the, once again, that 3-4. Cornerbacks, Max Melton, he's really good. Everyone else, they're serviceable. Not the best, but they're serviceable, especially in zone for Byron Murphy. Thompson, solid, and then Budda Baker, obviously, always solid. Kickers, both with 95 kick power. Now that you know the teams, it's time to go in and see if we can pick up another win, but this time on the road. Here we are in Glendale, Arizona. Once again, a pretty big game for them. I guess big game for us, too. Obviously, we have the playoffs, and realistically, if other teams around us lose enough, we don't even need to win another game, but there's a good chance that, another team does come up with at least 2 wins and kind of contests us for that number 1 spot. But, 2 wins for us automatically. Oh, look at Harold getting in there. Automatically gives us that first round bye, which, I mean, we'll take it, right? One less playoff game means one less chance to lose, in theory. Of course, got some decent wide receiverage, so you got to be careful. Darnold is not the best of overalls here, so maybe not going to be the guy that's going to get it done, and that is an overthrow while pressured. Okay, I don't know why Gore is like, you're not that guy. Like, you need to get over there a little bit. Cover 2 does go crazy, though, as we're not going to get out there. Yeah, we will. Great tackle. Oh, my God, what a hit. Thought it was going to be a huge gainer. Only gained 2. Good defense. So far, not so bad. Tight end is open. I knew that's where he's going to go because Dean was just going to get burned off the line, and it's kind of my fault for manning up with a linebacker. It's just impossible. Thought he'd maybe do a little bit better than that because he's fast, but no, he got burned. Let's call it how it is. A lot of audibles in here. Bringing the blitz. Oh, he actually will run it. And Trey Benson just using pure speed for a lot of yards. Got Lattimore way up here. Got the whole team up, to be fair. The hell is that? And our guys, good job there by Taylor. Our guy's just not getting off the line at all. Stepping up, we got a blitz from that outside, and he's going to lose a lot of yards, 5 to be exact, from Dorsett. We bring in the double safety blitz, but I'm going to keep Hampton deep, so it's really just 1. And he's going to have that short. Now he's going to take that behind, but it's going to be picked because it's underthrown. Dorsett gets a gift. That should have probably been a touchdown. Not really sure what happened there. I don't think it was Darnold, though. I think the receiver just kind of ran into the boundary line there on that route, and it just kind of stopped him because he was going to go out of bounds if he continued, as Kendra gets a lot of yards. Kendra bounces it for a bunch, and look at him go. He's still going to the 44. 42 yards on the first carry from scrimmage. And for some reason, every time I load up, the game like resets my profile, and basically the game thinks I've never played this game before. So there's that, unfortunately. Oh, I don't know why he sat down there. And then my own guy tackles us. At least he pushed us forward. I'll give you that. Who was that? Fuaga, I think? Edge run, stretch. I mean, there's nobody there. Like, there's literally nobody here. That is hilarious. He has 100 pounds on him. That should be a pancake every single day of the week. The question is, can you get to the guy? Not can you kill him. He should have been able to absolutely end him. And somehow doesn't. That is the most obvious run call in the world. And it doesn't matter because Harrell will get it. Protecting that ball to the 27. Get a streak from Shaheed. I don't think he's going to be left for it, but you never know. Maybe. And that is a perfect throw and catch. Shaheed with his safety user playing way too shallow will score. Throw wasn't the best, but it gets there. Inside, and he's going to get sacked off the edge by Foskey. Thought he was going to go to that inside crosser, which I don't think he had the time to hit it, even if he wanted to. Finally, hey, he actually got off the play. Usually our blitzes, our pressure comes from somebody missing their assignment. This time, though, no assignment missed, just won the matchup. Second 19, could run it, but I don't think it's going to really work out too well. And he's going to run. He's got his guy. I mean, there's just no pressure at all. Oh, my God. Marvin Harrison's insane. The speed, though. Like, I felt like I was stuck in the mud. No pressure at all, though. Darnold sprinted out. And that could be picked. Nope. Oh, he might have had that. He just kind of ran away. I can't tell. Just got to keep Gore over there. Hopefully. There we go. That's all I need. I can trust the other side one-on-one. I got blocked so hard, but I did recover. And he just bounces off of a hit stick. I swear, hit sticking, you don't want to do it. You never force fumbles, and they just bounce off of every tackle. Deontay Johnson should not be eating hit sticks. So the fact that he is tells me why. Why? Oh, my God, I'm getting destroyed. My lineman, he must have on the ball or whatever the offensive version of that is. Because wherever Marvin goes, our guy follows, like, to the end zone. And nobody's able to stop the run because of it. This is man coverage, by the way, and our guy just left Deontay. It's man coverage, and he just left him. I'm going to need you not to do that, buddy. And there's going to be a pick by Lattimore. I don't know if he was afraid of my user and tried to throw behind it, but I wasn't going to get there. Could just be Darnold, though. That's a massive turnover. He was in a good position there and just threw it behind him, I think. I think he saw us coming up, thought we were going to get a pick on it, maybe. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Maybe we were in better position. You see Gore basically contacted him there. Maybe we're actually in better position than I thought. Maybe we were going to pick it. And there goes a terrible throw to a wide open Olave. Shaheed, I mean, he's got inside leverage. He's going to back out to them. And 4-man is just going to instantly get to us again. I need the tips. I need to learn how people get base to do so well. My base is terrible. Shaheed inside. Oh, what? Why did he play that so shallow? He had the end zone. I thought Shaheed was in the end zone there, and he played it so shallow. Oh, that's unfortunate. I get it. It's not a post, but he's behind the defense, and he runs it back towards the defense. Oh, that really sucks. Obviously, you know, it's technically how it's supposed to happen, but in real life, there never does that happen, unfortunately. Good defense. Good job. So I guess next time we run that, especially with the players all up, we got to go actual post. That would have been a touchdown. Damn. That sucks, dude. I don't know why I didn't just do that, because I wanted that read anyways, and it was an option. That's a great tackle by us. He gets some yards, but considering it's a throw to the flat, and we keep him away from the real heavy-hitting first downs, it's worth it. Running mid, but we're not blitzing, because we do not want that go route to be free. And unfortunately, no, Hampton's going to stop him. It's going to be 4th and inches. He at least made it interesting. I'll give him that. All right, we're going heavy with the press. And he's in trouble. Gets hit down. I thought he's going to take the running back. Good enough press. Great blitz and a turnover on downs. You guys are playing really outside. This works really well for him in all facets. I was going to change to that play action play. And he could have got to us and just ran behind. Must have been like me where I always go for the fake out. Got to make it look like I'm coming in, and then I don't. But if I do see like it looks like a run, I'm going to take the run look, right? I'm going to try and stop that from happening. That's a good throw to Benson, who will catch it. He tries to pick it out of position. We do it all the same. We'll hand it off to Harrell. Why not? Oh, blockers getting in my way, dude. I'm not sprinting until I have to, and they're getting in my way. I don't know what to tell you. Kind of feel like Miller could be open. It's a perfect throw. Shaheed, first down. Had a lot of people open there, to be fair. Had the tight end drag, too. Miller with the trap play. He's coming up, but still. Ooh, I thought we were going to outrun him there. Yeah, that outside's looking kind of open. I had a few looks, and unfortunately Milton's not fast enough to round the edge to get a good throw off. There's a couple of looks in there, and I kind of just threw them away because I was really looking at that left side, which had a chance, and I just like, I don't like it enough, so I didn't take it. It's a good throw. Benson, great catch. Good try on the user, just a little bit quicker for us. That mid-in to the tight end is usually the primary on that, so when it has its chance, I'm going to take it. Throw it away. Set our feet and everything. I want to run the ball, but I'm not going to. Oh my God, with the screens in this game. Like, could you please get out of the way and just go? Like, he just can't get through the blocks. It's insane, man. He's playing inside, so I don't think Benson's going to get here. But that should be open. Nice throw. Great catch. Not Shaheed. Reed to the 20. First, second down, we're iffy. Third down, we're perfect. I mean, if it gets us down the field, I don't really care how it happens, you know. Bring the safety up. Could be a one-on-one. That did work, too. We had a chance there, but the safety was on Olave. They got me off my spot too early on the tight end. If I was a little more patient on those tight end routes, I might have had someone, but I kind of sprinted out and got myself in trouble. He's bringing them down, so not just do one of these. Kind of go routes and then curl route over. That's a good user by him. He had the tight end. I thought he was going to cover the tight end all the way because doing what he did gave me a touchdown to Benson, but he took the 50-50 chance and got the user. Good play. I do get it, though, because the slot receiver is the more commonly thrown route in there, so good play. And so far, we've just been terrible in those looks. Back down to the 1, though. We've been giving up plays off the line like all game long. We're just lucky that the DBs have been doing things because that's really where the only thing's been available for us. So we just have nobody on the tight end. I mean, I'll user it. And, I mean, the drag routes are just insane. And we're just not going to... Okay. Okay. Good defense down to the 11. Just a simple drag, you know. Doesn't matter how good your route running is. It's all about speed, unfortunately. Who even is number 19? Good coverage. That would have been picked. Ugh. Perfect coverage on the running back. 3rd and 10 now. Going back to that linebacker blitz that got Foskey off the edge free. I don't like how free the other side of the field looks, though. Good play by him. Good defense down to the 3, 4th and 2. Looks like he's going to be going for the field goal, which makes sense. He's made some stops on us. Thing is, we do get ball at half as well. And the other thing is, we haven't struggled to move the ball. We've just made a couple of mistakes. Damn, nobody's in return. I was like, why is King not the guy? It's like, oh, because no one's the guy. Side handoff to Kendry. Usually it is Harrell on those. Good block. Good job, Shaheed. Our receivers just cannot block at all. Like, it's not even about getting block shedded. I don't even know what happened there. It's like our guy was invisible or something. Back to the inside handoff. Good user by us, but once again, just no blocks at all. That's a good play by Benson. Benson's been pretty clutch in this game for us. Look at the safety kind of playing shallow. Outside Shaheed, way too fast. To the 37-yard line. Harrell on the handoff, trying to get it outside, which it actually kind of works out. Harrell showing off some speed. Tries a slow down juke to the 19. Problem is we keep going out of bounds. Gonna run Kendry. Good move by Kendry, bouncing off of some tackles. This crosser looks kind of decent. Here goes Harrell. Nobody on him. Switched off his user. We did not go to bounds, which is nice. Get that clock moving again. For the double drag look. Shaheed's a lot of speed. Can't get it off to Benson. Stick from the 7-yard line is a bit deep. It's a little bit further than I kind of want it to be, but it's fine. And there goes Melton. Ooh, there was a chance there. Milton, I meant to say, but Melton, ironically enough, did get involved. Get the curl route. I don't really like that, though. Bosa out in space. Rather have Shaheed. You know what? Let's go Shaheed corner route, maybe. Not really a huge fan of that, though. And Milton this time will get it. Touchdown, Milton. All those guys standing there doing nothing. That's crazy. Oh, wow. There's a fumble, and it works out for him, of course, but that could have been deadly. And he is going to kneel it. A little surprised by that. We get the ball at half. Our guy dies for nothing, too. We get the ball at half, and we're up by 11, so I feel like maybe you would have went for something there, but I guess not. Also forgot to put Reed back there. I should have, but oh well. I guess it doesn't really matter. The ball is going to the moon. Still stupid that we're not back there. Like, when's if I do want to return it? I can't when I got to run back, I lose all that momentum. I'm basically, like, catching it as I'm turning. Plays, like, really far off zone coverage. I don't even know if it is zone, to be honest. And then we fumble. Thankfully, went out of bounds. It looks like zone, but the way they're picking our guys up, it feels like man, I doubt Olave gets open on this. He got slants, though. I'll take it. Oh, my God. That is a perfect throw. That's unguardable. A throw that good is unguardable. I mean, he looked like he was on it, and yet once the ball came down, he had literally like a whoa. He had like a sliver on him, and once again, the ball was perfect that he just couldn't defend it. Perfect play. I mean, we had that pick where he baited us, but it really should be a better game from us through the air, to be honest. Should have been a game where Shaheed had 2 touchdowns, but he ran it back into coverage. I just don't get that, though. Like, even if that's supposed to be what his route is, even then I thought it was a little bit deeper. I thought it was supposed to be run a bit 5 yards deeper downfield. I don't know if he just sold or what, but missed opportunity for sure, without a doubt. Should have just ran a post. That's how I was going to play it every day of the week anyways. And there's going to be a coverage sack for Brazil. Now we're going to sit in a bit of man coverage. One thing that sucks at man coverage is you run a 4-man rush. You don't really have anyone free to cover the inside. I guess we'll just go Dorsett. He really doesn't have anywhere to go with that, and our guy just doesn't pick it off. That should have probably been picked. Good defense for the most part, though. 6 yards on 2nd and 20 is pretty favorable. I don't really like that. I get we're trying to fake him out, but let's not do that, Oh, wow. We're going to have to just outrun him here. And it's overthrown. Kyler hits that. That's tough. That's tough. Unless he truly got excited and messed up that way. I doubt it, though. I think his guy just missed because he's a low overall. Although he probably could have just straight up bulleted it to him and it would have had a better chance, I think. And there goes Harrell. Spin inside. Little man Harrell getting beaten up. Olave outside. I doubt it's going to be a press. Usually he just lets the guy run with him. Reed drops it. His guy... I've never seen a player like AI just like jump it so hard, but he did. His guy saw that coming. His guys are playing well. Playing very well. It's just some of the throws have really like, made a difference in this one. That is crazy. Don't know if it was PI though. I think our guys just ran into each other if I'm not mistaken, which is crazy because once again, it's a base play. I didn't audible any routes, so that's just... there's no excuse for it. It's just a bad play. So we do something with Harrell here. And his guy's just going to get free rush again up the middle. That's wild, man. Like, these guys are really low overalls, yet they're doing well, man. I don't know what he keeps doing, like, a same pre-snap adjustment, though, so maybe that's what it is, and it's finally working. It's a good job by us. So Taylor forced him that side as well. Single high. If he runs it, we're going to have a little bit of troubles inside here. And that is, yeah, it's going to be a tough catch. Lattimore all over him. Once again, though, tons of time to throw. Tons of it. It's not even our coverage. I know it seemed like it was because we, looked like we got burned, but obviously we, not our job. Left side zig would be pretty big. And we will stop him. A loss of 1. He's going to punt it. Could be a fake out, but I'm just kind of chilling anyways. Gore's going to leave it, which I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that, but sure. I don't think I had much of a choice anyways. Gore literally AI called fair catch. I didn't press any button. He just did it on his own. How does that work, though? If I call fair catch, can he not touch it there? Good play for 6. Got to start abusing that. When he's got his guys 10, 15 yards off the line, those quick throws, unless you got the greatest defense in the world, they should be working. My own guy takes me out again. About 5 times this game. One of these days, they won't. One of these days. Cutback's there, and I just get, gravitationally pulled in. It's been happening all game long. It's tough. Got to trust Olave one-on-one again. This guy's going to pick it off. I'm right there. My guy's just standing there, by the way. If he wouldn't have tackled, I would have been so mad. That was a force, though. I messed up. I saw Harrell. That's who I wanted to throw to, and I thought he was right bumper, and I panicked it. It's my fault. Those abilities, though. Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa and company just causing so much pressure base. It's really been the difference. Obviously, we're winning 21-3, but that could change. Oh, God. Perfect blocking. Good defense. Somehow, once again, Deontay Johnson just, handling a hit stick with his, 2-pound frame with no issues. I think we're going to run commit here. We haven't really shown much run defense. 2nd and 1. What stops him from running it again, really? And run commit didn't really work. Still gains yards. And to the outside, we do tackle him. He was lagging hard, but at least he didn't get disconnected from the game. Not going to run commit this time. I think it's too obvious. And I don't know if he got that one off. I think that should have been a sack. Got nobody over the damn center here. And what is Lattimore doing? Lattimore is just, he's in no man's land. I couldn't switch off in time either. Lattimore is all the way out there, and he just runs to the QB that's being tackled. You don't need to be there, pal. He had him. He had him, and he just ran off. 93 overall, by the way. You think curl routes would be really efficient here. And I get sacked while running around the line. This guy's coverage has been insane. We gotta run the ball. I mean, it's a little late now. I've kind of sold it, but we gotta commit to running the ball a little bit more. He's just backing his guys up, and we're just allowing him to get away with it. How do I run here, though? Gain nothing. I don't know. It's just his defense is insane. Our offense is just playing like crap. Benson on that deep end. Looks interesting. Why is he not going upfield, brother? He's still angling sideways. He's open for a touchdown, potentially, if he actually goes up the field like I told him to. He's going diagonal into the out-of-bounds line. That's tough. It does just suck, though, that, like, having a good player doesn't really matter if they don't have the abilities. Like, our base rush is just terrible. And Lattimore's on this. Man, that is just bull crap. That's so stupid. We both have a right to that spot. I don't have to stop just because he's outrunning me. He's got to go around me. And that will be picked off by Roberts. Yeah, that right. I don't know about that read. So making some good decisions, and that one just wasn't one of them. As Roberts is going to take this back to the house. Can't believe nobody was there, though. Once again, another situation where if Kyler's there, he's the one that tackles us. Also, what is with this wind? Don't the Cardinals play in like a dome? But he's kicking it basically into the stands, and I'm kicking it like I can't even get it to the end zone. Things are getting wild out here. Left the running back wide open. Oh, I didn't even see him. I can see why maybe he saw him and he just thought he could just force it anyways, but I didn't see him, so if he didn't see him, I sure as hell didn't either. I was like, oh, damn, we left him wide open, but no, he was actually covered. Finally, a little bit of defense. There we go. Got that trap. Gonna drop back hard on Marvin. Oh, that's a good throw into double. Right where the weak, the weakness is in the cover two. It's a good throw. It's not terrible defense. It's about exactly the type of defense I was expecting to get there. Overthrew him. I mean, even if it's a perfect throw, Lattimore, I think, is in pretty good position there. It's just too long of a throw. Another run that doesn't really work. Nakobe Dean cooking them. We're on the man blitz again. We're going to be dropping Hampton off. Nope, never mind. We're entering the fourth quarter up by 18. It's been a good one. It's just the scoring has been kind of tough for both sides, really. Take away that pick six from us, and, it's 21-10. Maybe even better for him. Running base man coverage because our guy just did not want to get going. And he holds on to that. Oof, I don't know about that. We dropped one exactly like that. The only difference is I actually had to user it. That's a bit crazy. I don't know about that one, but he's going to kick the field goal to keep himself in it, I suppose. 28-13. Needs a stop. Couple stops. He's been capable of them. So it's still very early in this game. As much as I would like to go with the read option, I also don't want to run into Joey Bosa. That's a pretty good throw. To the 36, beautiful. Wait, why can't I run the other play? Oh, I didn't realize I ran flood drive recently. Or maybe I ran it too many times this game. Didn't think I ran flood drive recently, though. Bosa off the edge. No idea what his abilities are. Oh, there goes Kendra. That is a huge run. 41 yards for the touchdown and the dagger. Pretty good blocking, good maneuvering. Kendra, who just doesn't look that fast, when he gets in open space, shows that he is fast enough. Look at our guys flipping. What the hell is even happening? Is everybody on our team in a freaking purple? Hey, there goes Brazil again. As Pete Werner's injured. Probably should have just threw Pete back out there. I'd rather have Pete re-injured than, our starting linebacker hurt. Although I'm pretty sure that was just for the defense, not even for special teams, right? And he's going to get free rushed. Dorsett with the sack. That time, looking a little bit deeper. Gets caught, kind of paying attention to the deeper routes instead of underneath. And, those take a little bit more time to develop. And he's going to get blasted again, this time with a base rush. 4th and 27 now. And to my knowledge, that probably will be the end of it. Now we got the fullback in here doing some crazy stuff. And it's just going to result in just nobody blocking. It's always those wacky, stupid play action plays that just don't do anything. It's dumb. It's just so dumb. No way we find any sort of success here. And he would have had a chance, but once again, his base pressure is just getting there better than ours has. I'm really surprised we won this game. Like, our line's pretty good, too, so it's just like, it's always confusing to me to see, other teams' fronts just completely dominate compared to ours. Like, Joey Bosa I'll allow, but it's not even really been Joey Bosa doing it. It's been his other guys. I really don't know what it is, but this offensive line is just, it always does that. It just has streaky moments too, where it just gives those up left and right. We go for that bait on Marvin. Gore's got speed. Nope, he's not going to do it. There's nobody on him, though. Okay, something about that purple route, huh? Just nobody playing their purple. I don't know who's supposed to be over there, but there's not. Game's still not over. Our guys sure as hell are playing like it is, but it's simply not. I don't think you trust the run in this situation. His run game's been okay at times, but for the most part, it has been not good enough, in my opinion. And my guy doesn't put his hands up. He throws it right at him. All right. He threw it right at McKinstry. McKinstry just doesn't pick it. Hey, we actually went for the kickoff. It's like they're trying to get me to lose the game. Now, when I don't want to return the ball, it's like, hey, here you go. You want to return the ball? It's like, no, I don't. That's the best chance for him to win is forcing turnovers. And we're going to get a holding call when there was really no one open anyways. There was no blocking lanes at all. They're trying to keep him in it. They're trying. Go back to the stretch, try to get that clock going a little bit again. Pretty good blocking, actually, all things considered. To the flat. Kendra gains 2. Last time we ran this, we got picked off, but this time we're actually going to run Shaheed into a post. Doubt he's going to keep the safety shallow enough this time, though. That's a fair enough play. At least we converted it. Could have been a lot worse. We got a little bit of clock going. Not much, but something. And my guy's getting cooked. He's still being blocked. He's the worst gunner in the world. Like, even on special teams gunning, the blocks are better. How did we win this game again? Assuming we do. How? Our guys are playing worse at every single level. I'm not really sure how we're doing what we're doing. Like, even on that, like, our guy was 30 yards upfield still. Well, the other side, really, about 10, 15 yards upfield. And he just couldn't get off the block. It's kind of crazy. No way. And that's just going to be right to McKinstry. Bit of an ill-advised one. Really didn't matter who his quarterback was there. That's just never going to be completed to the right team. Hell, it was even almost like too far behind our guy. It's kind of wild. As Harrell almost squeezed through there. And we would finish the game 35-21. A lot of turnovers in this game, both sides. And, yeah, not a pretty one. Not a pretty one, but a win nonetheless. Potentially open up that 7th seed for some other team in the NFC. Although I still have a pretty good feeling that he will hold on to this down the line here and will sneak into the playoffs. But, yeah, some moments where I'm not very proud of the team. But also some moments where I'm like, wow, I can't believe we did that. You know, there was some plays in there. Brazil was pretty impressive. The interior of our line was horrible. The tackles were actually pretty good, all things considered. Roberts, obviously, with a pick 6. That was really surprising to see him pull that off. Felt like he was going to get burned, as he was all day on those drags. We ended up throwing 3 interceptions. He threw 4. Completion percentage was terrible for both sides. Kendra was a bit better on the ground, though, so we have less excuses since we could have just run the ball more. Luke Benson was great. Shaheed had a big play. Marvin was almost unguardable all game long. Where the hell is Olave? He had 1 catch for 63 yards and a touchdown. Pretty sweet, if you ask me. Yeah, Drake Jackson, 3 sacks. Don't mind him. I guess maybe the edge wasn't... Oh, because he was playing him inside, though. That's right. So is that cheese, then? Is that how the cheese works? You play someone that's an edge inside and it works? EA. One of these years. D-line, though, Brazil was pretty good. Thompson with 3 picks. A pick for Roberts, McKinstry, Lattimore, and Dorsett. And that was pretty much it for this one. We got some milestones in there. Brazil, what was it for hitting a certain amount of sacks, I'd imagine? 2 sacks, 5 sacks on the season's 10K XP. Not really that good of a season. Then if 2 sacks in a game puts him at the 5-sack mark, maybe he's at 6 now, I don't know. But not the best. What's his actual ratings anyways? He's kind of, you know, all over the place. Speed rusher normally is pretty goated for this. So, you know, they usually give you finesse and power, which, I mean, you see there. That's what you get. So, you know, he's deadly. He's getting deadlier even. Roberts, obviously, he deserves a freaking upgrade point as he had a big game-changing moment. It would have been like a 3-point game potentially if he doesn't pick that off and take it to the house. So clutched up even with his 57 catching. What a guy. And then Tavion Dorsett, what is it going to be? Milestone 4? 100 tackles in a season. Wow. All right, pretty insane. I wonder how many sacks he has in the year, too. He's got to be up there. He's had himself a decent little year. But needs a little of everything. I'm going to go with 1 run stopper, 2 pass coverage, I think. Once again, I don't want to user some of our best players. I try to keep them on their own, and then I user whoever I feel like needs the most help, right? Like some sort of slot corner most of the time. Whatever, Dorsett if I have to. Nakobe Dean, whoever. Really good man coverage upgrade there, though. Puts him at 65 man, 78 zone, 76 block shed. Super athletic. He's good. He's good. I don't know who's, leading for Defensive Rookie of the Year or anything like that, but it'd be cool if he won it, I suppose. We have the Jets and the Buccaneers next. I'm not sure who or if you're going to see those games, any of those games, as right now we're in a really good spot to potentially, right as is, kind of take that conference. I don't know what the tiebreaker scenarios are, but even if we lose out from here, it might be physically impossible to not get the first round bye. And in that case, is there even a point? I don't know. I don't know if you guys want to see it, but we'll see what happens anyways. Once again, open that 7th seed door wide open for at least the Buccaneers to have a chance, but then again, we have to play the Buccaneers final game if we end up playing. And we would actually finish the season out with that game. We do end up with the number 1 seed. We'll take a look at the kind of finish there. We played less than half of our games this season. The league is pretty much like already over. It's pretty unfortunate, but this other season ended with a win over the Buccaneers in Sim. Looking as follows: Dak with 42 yards and 2 touchdowns. Benson had a really good finish game there. And kind of disappointing, but that is the way it is. We're still going to be playing the playoffs, still going to finish this series out, hopefully with a bang. We have that first round bye, meaning that we only have to play the divisional and the championship round, and we're in the Super Bowl. But easier said than done as far as the playoff bracket goes. This is what it looks like. I don't think any team has played yet, but we have the Commanders and the Cardinals. The Cardinals win, that's who we play. We have the Rams and the Niners. If the Niners win and the Cardinals don't, that's who we play. And then it's the Packers and Eagles. If the Eagles win and those other 2 6 and 7 seed teams don't win, that is who we play. Of course, we look at the other side: the Bills and the Dolphins, the Texans and the Patriots, the Ravens and Raiders, with the Chargers the number 1 seed. We obviously will have to wait to see who our opponent is. It's going to be a primetime game, which is awesome, super late. I suppose every game's primetime in the playoffs for the most part, but you know what I mean, later on in the day. And we do have a bunch of storylines you got to get into, the stats and awards, and that'll pretty much be where we're at. We do have some upgrades to get into as well. Let's go with these storylines first, though. We have an early season kind of projection one going. You see the video going around? What is it? Remember forced turnovers and sacks? Oh, did we not do it? Hey, we met that goal. What do we get? How much XP? Boost to morale. Is it just morale? There's no way we don't get XP as well. Entire defense has earned 2,500 XP, and we earned 7 staff points. That's pretty weak, but at least we won them. We also have 86 franchise staff points in general, so we'll have to get into those. Early season report. Again, this might have been rushing numbers. No, his pass throw for 4,000 yards. Did we do that? I actually don't know. We shut all the experts up. We met that goal. Nice. What do we get this time? Is it going to be offense as well, or just QB? Whole offense has earned 2,500 XP. We'll take that as well. That's free XP, baby. Would love to see some staff points as well. And then we have a press conference from the season. Was it for how many wins we had? 10-11 wins. Yeah, well, we had a little bit more than that. Man, we really, really respect the opinion of Ryan Clark, huh? We just have to answer to him at all times, huh? We had 4,500 XP for all players, and then 7 staff points. That is nice. And then we have the new message from the OC, which is probably going to be asking us who our secret weapon is. If it's Shaheed as an option, that's kind of crazy. Taking advantage of the week. Who's our secret weapon? What do we got? What are the options? Harold, Shaheed. I mean, I don't know how much of a secret he is, but Shaheed, I suppose, is probably going to be like +5 to catching or something. Catching, spectacular catch, route running. I'm going to go spec catch because that's like kind of what affects aggressive catch, right? Sort of, kind of. I don't know. That's kind of his weakness of all those things. Everything else is pretty much good. But spec catch, +5 to Shaheed. Maybe I should have went Harold or something. Maybe they would have given me like juke moves. But regardless of the point, let's take a look at how our season fared. Joe Milton, 46 touchdowns, 14 picks, 4,800 yards. Probably about the kind of season we would have had with him if we use him manually. But this is, compared to last season's stats of 54 touchdowns, 25 picks, 5,300 yards. So, pretty similar, just a little bit more efficient. But yeah, less yards in general. And how How many rushing touchdowns was that last year? I thought it said 9. There's no way we had that many, did we? About to say 5 is still high, but better rushing numbers in Sims, sort of. But let's take a look now at the running numbers, where Kendre Miller barely finishes over 1,000. Double-digit touchdown. Good season. That's good. Long of only 44, broke 28 tackles, which is probably on par for most teams. Shaheed, number 1 receiver on the team with all those touchdowns, all the yards. Olave, 1,100 yards with 10 touchdowns. Benson, 1,100 yards and 9 touchdowns. Pretty good season for a tight end. And then Dartarius Reed, the rookie, 900 yards, 7 touchdowns. Actually, not terrible. What was Harrell's yards per carry? 3.4, yeah. I mean, he didn't have that good of a year. Had some clutch plays, but overall, anytime he had the ball, it seems like the blocking just wasn't there. Blocking, speaking of for us, I mean, I've seen worse numbers, right? Was this really the line we were starting, though? Like, we had Dalton Reisner as our starting guard. Man, we are terrible. But look at defense, not a single pass rusher in the double-digit sacks margin, which is horrible. The rookie Wilkerson did have 7.5 sacks, but still pretty lackluster. Dorsett, the rookie, though, 3.5 sacks, 4 picks, 13 tackles for loss, 116 tackles in general. Any pick sixes? No. We had 3 in general, though, for the team. Looking at the picks in general, 8 for Lattimore, 8 for McKinstry, 4 for Dorsett, 3 for Gore, Hampton, Dean, 2 for Roberts, 1 for Taylor, Foskey, and Davis. Taking a look at the forced fumbles. Looking at those, 1 across the board. 3 recoveries for Foskey, though, 2 for Dean. Not really sure how Foskey's that lucky, but he is. Kicking, 3 kicks missed out of 19. Punting, under 50 yards per punt. Kick return, punt return game. We had a big one with Harrell for a touchdown. That was pretty much it, though. But before we head on to the actual awards section, we'll take a look at the yards and touchdowns and all that. Brock Purdy, 5,600 yards. 50 touchdowns, 26 interceptions with a 70% completion percentage. Ritter at 48 with 28 for picks. 72% completion percentage, way up there as well. Josh Allen, 46-22 with 70% completion percentage. And then it kind of just goes down slightly from there. A lot of really good quarterbacking seasons in here, though. A lot of picks, though, for pretty much every quarterback as well on top of it. Rushing, not really that good. I did not think Kendre Miller was going to be a part of a top 10 exclusive list. And he's also one of the better yards per carry guys in general. Rushing touchdowns, however, I mean, he's still in the top 10, but a little bit lower on that list. With the longest run, Brooks for 90 yards. Now that 90-yarder wouldn't even have been close to 1,000 yards, but I suppose a lot of people, you take away the big run and they would have been under 1,000 or just barely at 1,000. Looking at receivers, big numbers here, though. 1,700 for Godwin, 1,700 for Coleman, 1,700 pretty much for Addison, about 1,500 for Schwartz, Downs, Bowers, McConkey at 14. A lot of really good numbers here. Touchdown 17 for several players. Rack really high for Godwin and Coleman. Looking at the long on the season, Jamison Williams, 97-yarder. Blocking, who was the worst? It was Morgan Moses, gave up 22 sacks. Might be a sim team in fairness, but I'm not 100% sure. There's been some sim teams in the league this year. Stutzman, most tackles. Sacks, most sacks for Crosby, assuming that's correct. A lot of times where it's actually not correct because for some reason they just kind of hide things at times. Of course, Drake Jackson playing interior definitely helped him out, I'll tell you that much. Picked a couple of our guys actually pretty high on the list. We have 8, but Lattimore also at 8. How many of these are accurate? Some might not be showing up here either. Most forced fumbles, 6 for a few guys. 4, 3 kind of drops down from there. A couple of recoveries for 4. About 5 different guys did that. Any blocked field goals? A couple of block kicks. Safeties, a couple of those. Touchdowns, a couple of guys in the 2 to 3 range. Kicking, let's take a look at kicking. Any 100s, see 1 with Elliott. Tress Waves, a punter, got 1 in there on accident. But Jake Elliott, probably the best kicker in the league this season, who had the longest, 59 for Tucker. Punting, best average, goes to Dixon with a 51.6. Kick return game, 3 for Grendo, who might have had the number 1 last year as well. Punt return touchdown, we had the only one with TJ Harrell, which is awesome. Those are really hard to get, so it is pretty expected that even 1 is enough to top the league. Now for the moment of truth. Did we get close to any award wins? Yearly award goes to Jalen Hurts, CJ Stroud at 2, May at 3, and then Milton at 4. Coach of the Year goes to the Chargers. We were at number 4, unfortunately. Looking at the Offensive Player of the Year and all that stuff, we'll look across the board. Bills, Raiders, Chargers, Dolphins, Texans, Chargers again, Bills again, Browns, a Batoni. That's actually pretty clutch if he wasn't any superstar, which he might have been. Crosby, the Raiders again. Tyndall with the Dolphins again. Jamal Adams of the Chargers. Fairbairn with the Texans. And we're back to the beginning. Let's take a look now at the Offensive Player of the Year award. Milton at number 10. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Reddick. Best Offensive Player of the Year actually goes to Odom. Defensive Player of the Year, we're number 3 with Dorsett. Best QB 1, we were number 2 with Milton, was actually pretty good. Running back, we were at number 6. Wide receiver, we were at number 8. O-line, we were not on the list. D-line, definitely not on the list. Linebacker at number 8 with Dorsett, the rookie. Looking at best DB at number 6 and 8. And then best kicker at number 3. So no award wins this year. A couple of close calls, a couple of Pro Bowlers probably. But yeah, one of our worst years, but also a year where we played literally less than half the game, so it makes sense. Don't even know how many upgrades we're going to have. Oh, apparently quite a bit, actually. A lot of them. Oh, my. Okay, this is going to take a long freaking time, dude. I'll show you guys the ones that matter the most. Even guys like Luke Benson do matter, so we'll show you those. But maybe we just do like a quick kind of like, I don't know. We'll talk about it, whatever. 2 to trucking for Benson. It's a pretty good upgrade, actually. 70 to trucking now. Still pretty low overall, 78 overall, but definitely way better than what he started. He's like a 58 overall, so he's went up, like 20 overalls in 2 seasons, which is pretty good in a user league specifically. I mean, he's very good, right? Pretty athletic, very good route running, solid catching traffic, pretty good catch in general. Not very good at blocking, but very solid player nonetheless, especially from, once again, free agency, super low overall. Darius King, guy that basically plays special teams mainly for us, but definitely has, potential. 4 to spec catch is a great upgrade. Playmaker upgrade to 75 overall now, which will give him another really solid one. So, I mean, he is looking pretty good. Athleticness and athleticism excels like 99 with his +2 to excel from the staff points, I believe. Vidal, he's kind of a backup, so you guys probably don't care too much, but Damian Gore definitely isn't, so keep going hybrid. You can see a lot of zone upgrades in this hybrid upgrade, so going to keep doing it anyways. One is zone coverage, another one is he's 72 overall now, which puts him at another zone coverage. So 78 zone coverage, block shed's a little weak, so is awareness and all that, but he is definitely developing. Then we have TJ Harrell, who does play a significant amount of snaps to be considered, a starter, considered a player that matters, if you will. 71 overall now. Decent little juke move upgrade. The previous one, not so much this one, but 87 juke move, very solid stuff. Then we have Terrence Roberts, who we played decent bit because, well, he's got star dev, so if we need somebody in the slot, might as well get somebody that can develop somewhat quickly. Didn't really necessarily do that, but he's making his way up, I suppose, as he now has 77 man coverage. Now on to some more of the heavy hitters. Chris Olave, there's really not much he needs, so we're going to keep going playmaker to try and get something very good, whatever it is. It's a lot of pluses. That's all we're hoping for. 2 to juke move, 2 to release, 2 to short, 2 to catch traffic, 1 to deep route. That's a really good upgrade. His only bad part about him is really his jumping and his juke move, which jumping specifically very hard to get up, as they just don't give you those upgrades. You're going to go with Chase Young, whose abilities are horrible, but he's a 91 overall now with a +1 to finesse, 2 to block shed, putting him at 93 finesse, 88 block shed, 83 power move. Then we have McKinstry. Man to man is kind of the way we go for pretty much all DBs now. It's, once again, you get a decent bit of zone anyways. Didn't really happen there, but obviously super good. Maybe we should go zone. He's almost 99 man coverage. Just press man every day of the week and hope that he doesn't get burned, even though that's never the way we're going to play, because we know that you basically need someone over top on fast players at all times. Brazil, go with the finesse move because it's just the best upgrade you can get. 2 to finesse, 1 to power move, which puts him at 86 finesse, 87 power move. Not the best block shedder at 79, but really good at getting to the quarterback. He is kind of showing that as well lately. Kendre Miller now an 86 overall with an elusiveness upgrade. Let's see what we got going on here. 2 to spin move. I mean, that's nice, I guess. Puts him at 92 spin, but still want the juke move, want the change of direction. Give me all that, We go Foskey. Another speed rusher, that's just the best way to go for D linemen, no matter what their style is. 2 finesse, 1 a power move. Puts us at 88 power move, 84 finesse, 91 block shed. Like, those are just ratings that should not exist. But yeah, here they are. Fuaga, maybe you guys don't care about the O-line too much, as it's kind of random. I will admit the upgrades are kind of crap. O-line usually just plays how they play no matter what their ratings are, unless they have abilities, and that's exactly what he is as a normal dev. Dominique Hampton, about to be an 82 overall. Let's go hybrid again, because that's what, once again, is best for these DBs, as he gets 3 to man coverage, putting him at 76 man. He's already got 87 zones, so not really something he needs anyways. Trying to get to 85, doubt that is going to happen by the end of the playoffs. Jacoby Wilkerson, the 82 overall now. Let's see what his upgrade is. 1 a finesse, 1 a power move, putting him at 91 finesse, 89 block shed. Unbelievable player already, obviously. The speed rusher is king. Nakobe Dean hasn't really developed like we'd hope he would, but didn't really necessarily cost us that much to get him, and obviously saved us in the draft anyways. Pretty fast, good block shed, okay coverage. Try to use him when we can. Anyone else? We got Dorsett on the list now, and he's a guy I try to use her whenever I can, so maybe I don't go pass coverage, but at the same time, would be nice to see him just able to cook on his own and roam around. 1 a man, 2 to zone. Really good zone coverage. 80 zone coverage is really, really solid. Then we move on to Mr. Dartarius Reed, who we're also going to be going playmaker for. Now an 81 overall. Definitely looked pretty good when we had, a chance to use him. 3 to short route, 1 to release, 1 to agility, some, route running stuff. Super, super good player that just needs more time to develop, but I don't know if we're going to see that in this league's history. And then honestly, looking through, most of them are kind of backups. So I don't really think you guys need or even want to see them. I suppose maybe we show you the kicker Mevis, 78 overall. Kick power, 1 accuracy, not going to happen. And then we have the punter, Austin McNamara. Gets himself 2 to accuracy, putting him at 73 accuracy only. But anyways, that is pretty much going to be it for the end of this regular season. We'll definitely have the playoffs, which should be very hype, very fun. Just, kind of the regular season was kind of boring because A, we were winning games by a lot, and B, people weren't really playing. But now in the playoffs, people should be playing those games, and those should be pretty intense. Could even see ourselves losing directly in the divisional round, which would suck, would be a terrible way to end it, but at the same time, it would not necessarily surprise me. Regardless, if you guys enjoyed this one, enjoyed this series, even though it's been a little bit more short-lived than our previous ones, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I do appreciate good support on the channel. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya. Again, shout out to the members of the channel. Appreciate you guys a ton. If you're not already a member and you're thinking about becoming one, click the join button. It's next to the subscribe button. And all the details shall be in there regardless, whether you're a member or not. Thanks for watching, and see ya.